Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Monday, October 20th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with the big picture, work our way into the day itself. This is a weekly chart, shows a rising channel bottom at the top of an all-time high, 172.69. The momentum of this move remains intact, above 172.69. 172.69 still remains kind of a 1 to 2 week objective. But before I leave this chart, just want to emphasize that 172.69, which is actually on the daily chart, lower right at 171.66, can contain selling through November, possibly the rest of the year. From here, we can round up quite easily to new highs within a matter of several weeks, and still holding above 172.69. I do think it's realistic to anticipate 219.64 as a 2 to 3 month objective. Now, on the daily chart, you've got 171.66, and it remains a 1 to 2 week target below 185.68. So there's been hesitation. We settled below this 1 month channel bottom about a week ago. We've yet to really retrace up to it. I don't count the following day where we gapped above it and then fell back below it. That was not really an upward retracement in the normal sense of the word. So we may well test 185.68 today, and I have to actually combine it with a descending channel top over the last week and a half of activity at 186.10. So this is an area that can contain buying for the week itself, and below which, still anticipating 171.66 over the next week or two.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
On the way down, today I've got 179.83 as an intraday support level, nothing more than the low settlement price from Wednesday of last week. We could bottom out there intraday. If we break 179.83, I would expect 176.12 today, which is a downside 5/8 Fibonacci from that early September low against that more recent October high. 176.12 able to contain today's lows. And if we close below 176.12 the very following day, we test this 171.66 to 172.69 area, where if you've been short for the last week below this 185.68 formation, you can take profits here. If you're in no position whatsoever, you can round out and actually establish a long position at 172.69, as I say. And if you are then, let's just say, a 3 to 5 day, 1 to 2 week swing trader, once we test 171.66, we can round up to this 185.68 formation. We can also, once we test 171.66, now I'm talking to 3 to 5 week swing traders, you can round up to what is really in the low 200s at this point in time. I'm just eyeballing this, probably more like in the upper 190s. So that has yet to occur, and that channel top doesn't exist yet. It's just a trend line, but the channel bottom is based on that trend line. And once we test the channel bottom, that trend line up above becomes a channel top. And that would become, I think, a realistic 3 to 5 week objective. And over the following several months, we can push onward and upward to 219.64. If, for whatever reason, we were to close below this 171.66 channel bottom in the coming days or next week or two, and on the weekly chart, that's 172.69, we've got a good high for the rest of the year. The following month or two, and this could be a higher volatility 2 to 3 week collapse to 148.36. This can contain monthly selling pressures, but I do think after closing below 172.69, this rising channel bottom at the top of a move, this sometimes has longer-term consequences, and I would begin eyeballing the 110s, 120s as an ultimate, perhaps 2 to 3 month target. I will be showing you what I see there at that time, but for right now, just a little bit too early because it's yet to occur. 185.68, once again in combination today with that descending channel top at 186.10. That is our pivot point for the week, below which we should, by the end of next week or sooner, fall into the lower 170s. And inversely, if we close above 186.10, I do see, higher trade as we move into, I've got 198.61. I know we don't show it today, but it is really, and I can actually kind of recreate it here. If you take a trend line off the September low and you project it to actually hit that October low, this line here, and then that same angle across these highs, that is a new rising channel top that exists presently, but I don't expect it unless we were to close below this 185.68 to 186.10 area. So if we do close above the 185.68 to 186.10 region, which I show here once again, I see no good reason to be short NVIDIA through the rest of October. I do see that as a 2 to 3 week or sooner upside buy signal. There's no other kind of buy signal but upside, right? So a 2 to 3 week buy signal with a settlement today above 186.10, I would expect 198.61, a rising channel top over the last month of activity that can certainly contain weekly buying pressures once tested. And on the way up, if we were to push through 186.10, I do have 190.10 as an intraday exhaustion point. That could be it for the day. That is nothing more than the high following the key reversal high. So we put out that key reversal high. We sold off. This was on a Friday, I believe. And the following Monday, we sprung back. That exhaustion point to the upside was 190.10. That high the following day, 190.10. That could be it for the day if we push through 186.10. If we close above 186.10, I would expect 192.57 within just a day or two. That is the high settlement price that was put out about a week and a half ago, the all-time high settlement price on the daily chart. But keep in mind, that is more like a 1 to 2 day swing trade to the upside, maybe a 3 to 5 day swing trade at the most with a lower volatility environment. Bottom line, closing above 186.10, whether you're a 3 to 5 day or a 2 to 3 week swing trader, it is a go long strategy then to 198.61, which is a newly formed rising channel top that can contain weekly buying pressures when tested, and if settled above in the coming weeks, would accelerate this 219.64 objective to within probably 3 to 5 weeks. I think I've said it all, and please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I will be back, of course, tomorrow with Tuesday's NVIDIA report. You have a great day.